What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chris Jones, representing Pump Chasers. And right now, I'm about to talk to y'all about trimming down the waist. Okay, so let me give you a little backstory, okay? This was about 2013, I believe. Was it? What year was that when we had that film company came down and recorded me?
2014.
That was 2014?
Yeah.
2014?
Yeah.
That's when I met you run.
Yeah.
2014 then,
yeah,
right?
2014.
Okay, around December 2014, guys, okay, I was doing a thing called Beastmode Boot Camp. You can go join, by the way. It's pretty much giving you a shitload of knowledge in about 14 weeks, okay? Now check it out. So, we obviously was doing some shirtless stuff to promote the site, you know, showing that, because in this business, you gotta look the part. You know, I really hate to say it, but in this business, you know, nobody's gonna take you seriously in fitness unless you look fit. Now, you ain't gotta look like the fucking Incredible Hulk or nothing like that, but you do gotta be fit. You gotta show people that you live this life. You gotta live it, look it, and love it if you wanna be successful. Live it, the 3 L's. Live it, look it, love it. So anyway, we did some shirtless shit, right? And I was looking at the pictures, looking at the photos, and I was like, damn, you know, yeah, my physique is looking pretty good, but one thing I hated was my waist. Keep this in mind, guys. I'm a short guy, I'm 5'7", and I have a short torso with low, very low lat insertions, right? So any extra meat around my midsection, I'm gonna have that thick, bulky midsection look. And it does not look very good in bodybuilding. You know, you want a wide back, you want wide delts, and you want to keep your waist as trim as possible. So one day, out of curiosity, I measured my waist, right? And my waist was like 31.5 inches. Now that's lean. I was about 183 pounds. Now I'm pretty lean at 183. So I measured my waist at 31.5 inches. That's almost 32 inches, right? So I'm like, that's not too bad, right? So I started Googling some bodybuilder stats like Flex Wheeler, Kevin Levrone, and shit like that. And one bodybuilder in particular, Kevin Levrone, he was competing at about 250 pounds with a 32-inch waist. How in the fuck am I 183 pounds and my waist is damn near the same width as somebody 250 pounds? I'm like, that's it. I need to get my waist down, right? I need to bring my waist down to at least 30. Not everybody genetically can have that 28-inch waist. Forget it, guys. Some of you got wide-ass fucking hips, thick bone structures. Not everybody's gonna have that 28-inch waist. I'm like, fuck that, man. I need to bring this waist down. So for the past 2 years, I've been working my ass off to bring that waist down. Now some of you are gonna ask, what the fuck have I been doing? I'm gonna share some of these tips with you guys, because the purpose of this channel is not only to help you and promote my brand, of course, buy 30 of them bitches, by the way, but it's also to help you learn from my mistakes. That way you don't make those mistakes I made and you can continue to make progress yearly. Okay, so I'm gonna show you some things not to do for your abs, and then I'm gonna show you a couple things you can do to keep that waist as small as possible, okay? So let's go ahead and show you a couple exercises I highly recommend not doing. Now keep this in mind. I don't want to read anybody's comments in the description telling me what some other trainer told you and this and that. I don't give a fuck. If you value their opinion that much, go listen to them. This is my channel, and this is what I'm teaching, and I don't want to hear what somebody else is fucking teaching. Okay, I'm a fucking trainer, and at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what any other trainer say. So don't comment about what somebody else is telling you what to do or not to do. But let me go ahead and show you some things not to do and some things that you can do to help bring that waist in, okay? Alright guys, now this right here is the Hyperextension station, alright? It's real good for hyperextension. Let me show you real quick. Real good for that lower back. Stretch and do this. Stretch and do this. But one exercise in particular that I used to do for my obliques was this right here. I'll get on here sideways, I'll stretch, and I'll come up. I'll stretch, and I'll come up. You know what I mean? Stretch, and I'll come up. I will pretty much do side bend crunches. And obviously, you're gonna feel it in your waist. You're gonna feel a contraction. You're gonna feel like you're doing something good, because in bodybuilding, it's all about stretching and contracting the muscle. However, guys, the obliques run like this. All right? The obliques they come down like this. They come down that way. So if you're bending like this, you're really gonna be thickening your waist. Okay, I was doing this for years, for at least, man, 2 or 3 years straight. I was doing this exercise, and that's one of the reasons why my obliques were so thick and so developed. So one exercise, do not do this. And here's another variation, right? You might see somebody hold a dumbbell, or they might hold a weight to their side, and they'll do shit like this, right? Same shit, guys. Stay away from side bending motions. Yes, it contracts your abs, but you don't want to build the obliques like that. Like I said, the obliques run like this. If you want to train the obliques without making them fucking thick as hell, remember 3 things. You want to twist, you want to crunch, and you want to tuck. Remember this again. Twist, crunch, and tuck. Those are 3 things you gotta remember when training your obliques without making them thick. Do not bend. You do not want to do that. You're gonna have thick, meaty fucking obliques. You'll be walking around 8% body fat with some thick ass obliques. You don't want that in body. And here's another movement right here. I really hate seeing people doing. Like I said, you want to keep your waist as small as possible. Look, you might see people like this. They'll stand here and they'll crunch to the side. They'll bend to the side. They'll bend to the side, making those obliques thick than a motherfucker. You're gonna have some strong, thick ass obliques. Or you may see people bring it down, same way. Standing straight, and they'll be bending to the side like this. Bending to the side, bending to the side. Okay? Those are exercises you typically want to stay away from if you want a nice, tight, small midsection. Now you're gonna ask me, well damn Chris, how do I get those crispy lines in my obliques? Good question. You want those crispy lines in your obliques, it all comes down to diet. If you do not have nice, crispy, detailed lines in your obliques, chances are you need to lean out. You need to get a little leaner. It's very rare you're gonna see somebody with lower ab veins, you know, that real thin skin in their lower abs, and not have some type of oblique definition. Like me, for an example. Let's go up in here where the lighting's good. Like for an example, guys, right now I'm 190 pounds. Now look at my stomach, all right? Check me out. Put my phone in my pocket.
Or you drop it again.
Now look right here. Yes, you can see the abs. Let me suck the air out of my stomach. You see a little obliques? You see that? You see those obliques a little bit? Now, check it out. If I wanted more definition in my obliques, I'm not gonna go bending and all that shit. What I'm gonna have to do is probably diet down to about 180, 10 pounds. It may sound like a lot of weight, but 10 pounds is not a lot of weight, guys. When you got fat all around your body, 10 pounds is not a lot of weight. You got water weight and fat. So look one more time. 190 pounds. See, you can still see a little bit of obliques, but they're not hella defined. Now, if I wanted crispy, detailed, sharp obliques, just lean out. That's all you gotta do. You cannot side bend and crunch your way to nice defined obliques. You just have to diet down, get to about 8% body fat or lower. That's all you gotta do. Now me personally, I don't think that's necessarily healthy. Now if you're doing a photo shoot or something like that, yes, go ahead and diet down as lean as possible. But you just wanna walk around whole ready, healthy, full, get a good pump in the gym, 10 to 12% body fat is great. And like as you see, I'm not fat. I'm about 10% body fat. Do I look like a fat motherfucker? No. I'm healthy, I'm full, I'm vascular. This is pretty good range to be in. 10 to 12% body fat is great for health. All right, but like I said, you want defined obliques. Don't think there's any exercise on the planet that's gonna bring that out. It all comes down to being lean enough. The leaner you get, the more defined your obliques get. The more defined everything gets, the more separation in your triceps, the more separation in your shoulders. When you flex, you may have lines all in your chest. It all comes down to being lean enough, getting all the fat off your body. That's all you gotta do. Do not think there's any exercise that's gonna make you any more defined. Exercise only does 2 things. Maintains your muscle or builds your muscle. That's it. You can only do 2 things for exercise. Exercise just maintains your muscle or build. And then you got the third thing, which is, atrophy. And that comes from not working out. You don't want atrophy. Atrophy comes from when you take a long break from the gym and your muscles shrink. All three things you can do. You can maintain your muscles, you can build your muscles, and then you have atrophy. That's it. So don't think there's any exercise on the planet that's gonna bring you definition. That just comes from stripping off that fat. Now let me show you some exercises you wanna do to hit your obliques without making them all thick, okay? Fun fact, guys, I brought my waist from a 31.5 to a 29-inch waist doing this shit right here, okay? Let me show you. All right, this is one of my favorite exercises to do, man. This twist right here, like I told you guys, twist. Just go to a cable station, set it to where it's level with your chest. Have your arms straight, all right? Straight with a slight bend, and just twist at the waist. Twist at the waist. Twist at the waist. Twist. Now, don't stop here. Come over here real quick. Don't stop here. You want to twist as far as you can get it. Bam. Bam. Twist. Twist at the waist. Twist at the waist. Twist. Twist. Like I told you that. Obliques come like this. So you want to do twisting motions. This is one of my favorite exercises to do. There are several variations to the twisting motion. You can do wood choppers and other things like that. However, I want to make this a fucking hour-long video about some oblique movements, all right? This is one variation of a twisting motion. Now I'm gonna show you a good crunching motion real quick, all right? So we got our twisting motion right here. Let me show you a good variation of a crunching motion. Come on in. All right, homies and homettes. This next exercise right here is a 2-for-1 special. We all love deals, man. 2 for 1. This is a twisting crunch. Like I told you, twist, crunch, and tuck. That's how you train those obliques without getting a super thick waist. Now check it out. What you do is, look at my stomach right here. See this? See how I blow the air out? Look again. Out. One more time. Give them a side view. See my stomach's out? Look. Blow the air out every time you come up. So look, come up and twist. Blow the air out. Blow the air out. Blow the air out. Blow the air out. Give him a little ab muscle. Give him a little muscle. Blow the air out. See that? It's coming in. See that? See that? One more time. Blow the air out. One more time. Blow the air out. Twisting crunch. And there it is, the twisting crunch. Very good ab exercise to do. That's gonna hit those obliques and upper abs without thickening that waist. All right, homies and homies, so I showed you a twisting motion. I showed you a crunching motion. Now I'm about to show you a nice tucking motion. Now you may have heard about an exercise called the vacuums, okay? The vacuums don't necessarily work the obliques. It really works the transverse abdominis. Let me show you the transverse abdominis real quick. All right, check it out. See right here? There's like a band around your waist, all right? Check it out. Up around here, transverse abdominis. How many of you guys have seen people hella lean on stage, especially in the drugged up bodybuilding world? You know, like they'll be hella lean, but they got their stomach kind of sticking out. Now, sometimes it's the drugs. Sometimes there's a lot of carb intake. A lot of carb intake can really swell the belly up, but a lot of times it's because of a lack of transverse abdominis work. That's really gonna help you keep the stomach tight. Check it out right here. Now look at my stomach. I'm about 10% body fat right now. Get a good view from the side, okay? I'm about 10% body fat right now. Now look at this. I'm gonna relax. See how my stomach sticks out? You see that? Now look. See how just that little bit makes my stomach look a little better. See that? Look one more time. Relax. See that? You can still see ab muscles. See that? You can still see ab muscles. Now look. Just having my stomach in a little bit, having more control in my transverse abdominis makes my abs look so much better. You know, training your transverse abdominis, you know, practicing stomach control can give you that illusion, that appearance of a smaller waist. So a lot of bodybuilders, you have to do a lot of vacuums. Pretty much what you do is just maybe once every other day or every day. Some people do it every morning when they're dieting. Me personally, I don't even train abs when I'm bulking. Don't really see the need to, they're already developed. But, you know, every morning when you wake up, after you take a piss or whatever, just do this. 3 sets, do like this. Blow all the air out your stomach, hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds, stop, wait about a minute, do it again. 30 seconds at a time. Let's do 1 set together. I want you to count to 20 for me, okay?
Okay.
Now, you hold it you blow all the air out, you hold it as hard as you can, and you just hold it for 20 to 30 seconds, okay? Check it out. Here we go. Now let's go.
Ready?
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
now when you do that, I want you to imagine your navel, your belly button, going towards your spine. You want to push this back as far as you can when you do those. You know, when you're dieting or whatever, try doing them like every other morning, maybe on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Do about 4 sets of vacuums to really practice that transverse abdominis control.
Is that good for women?
Good for everybody. Everybody. All right. And one more thing. Me personally, I like to practice posing. Okay. What I like to do is get in the mirror. See this mirror right here? I like to get in the mirror, and what I like to do is, after training abs, I'm giving you all my damn secrets. All right. What I like to do is lift up my shirt a little bit. Okay. And what I do is you ever seen bodybuilding where they do a hands over head, abdominal thigh? They'll have their thigh like this and do like that. I do that pose. And what I have to do is hands over my head, and I blow the air out of my stomach. See how I blow the air out of my stomach? You see the serratus, you see the obliques coming. Keep in mind, guys, I'm 190 pounds. If I was 180, my abs would look a whole lot leaner. I'll probably even lose another ½ inch on my waist. All right? But here we go, look. Blow all the air out, try to get the belly button towards the spine, and then crunch down and hold it. This is my favorite thing to do. Do 4 sets of this. Blow all the air out, bring the belly button towards the spine, and hold it. Here we go, count to 20, baby, when I do, okay?
Okay.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
And then do some of this. Twist to the side. See that?
Yeah.
Hold it, and just twist a little bit. Really reveal those obliques. Just twist side to side while keeping your belly button in. Keep that air blown out. See? And that's gonna really help training your obliques without making your waist fucking thick. So I hope y'all liked the video. Any questions you have, comment below. Some of you may want to know, will deadlift stick in your waist? Will squat stick in your waist? Should you wear a belt? Should you not wear a belt? Any other twisting variations you can do? Any questions at all, comment below. Maybe we'll do a part 2 of this video trying to help you out with your oblique training, trying to keep your waist as small as possible. I know this video will help a lot of people, especially the vacuum part. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you reach your goals, baby. Don't forget to like my shit, comment, subscribe, buy 30 of them bitches, and I'll back at you, boy.